What's going on, gamers? This is a little bit of break away from the other stuff and some news to cover. Apparently, Microsoft or Xbox wanted to go for Uncharted. They wanted to make their own type of Uncharted game. This is very interesting because we got a lot here. And then we have some news because we're going to get to both of this on Silent Hill 2 coming to Xbox along with the Switch 2. We'll talk about both here in a second. So we got two things to cover here to let you guys know. So yeah, Microsoft tried to make Uncharted for Xbox report claims. Very interesting. And according to what I understand, this was something that they wanted to do before doing Gears of War 4. This was going to be what they were going to do after Cliff Bleszinski left. Coalition was taking over, remember? And not information coming out, which is funny. That could have been their next game instead of Gears 4. Let me know what you guys think about that. It gets pretty interesting because we've got to get into this. So let's read this. Let's read some of these comments because you know this is always funny. Going down, Kill Me says they had it. It's called Gears of War. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. Obviously, that was their response. You know what I mean? So because you think about the cover in a certain way. But Microsoft may have wanted something else too. More closer to what Uncharted was like. That's why you saw those Tomb Raider contracts in a sense. So they're like, now we're going to have this. I can kind of believe that in a way. You know what I mean? Going down, they said they would never come close to that masterpiece. You know, that's just going to be how that is. We want a Last of Us for Xbox, not Uncharted. Now, I will tell you from a Western society standpoint, I think that would have fit that demographic a little bit more. But both would work because it's a shooter, bro, console in its prime. And just in general, this person says this was the game that Black Tusk Coalition was making before they were forced to scrap it and start on Gears 4. I wonder, oh, okay, yeah, I wonder if this game would have actually been decent. Figured so. No chance in hell it could have talked Uncharted 2 or 4, but fun to wonder what could have been. True. There was definitely a lot of potentials. Like, people think the same thing about Scalebound, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. So going over here to Insider by Michael Murphy, he says Microsoft at one point attempted to create its own version of Uncharted for the Xbox, and the report claims. While Microsoft has many iconic franchises like Halo and Gears of War, the 2000s were dominated by one PlayStation series, Naughty Dog's Uncharted. The action adventure titles were massive hits with fans and critics. I don't know about that. The Halo was dominating a lot too. Making it one of Sony's biggest IPs. Surprisingly, it seemed like Xbox stuck to its guns, literally with Halo and Gears in 2010s. However, a new report from a reliable YouTuber and researcher shows that the company had indeed tried to make Uncharted for Xbox. Even more so, it was rather far along with an impressive team behind it prior to its cancellation. Very interesting. The Coalition almost made Microsoft's Uncharted for Xbox One. This report, the report in question comes from the video game researcher Liam Robertson from Did You Know Gaming on YouTube. In the video seen above, he talked to former members of Microsoft. They stated during Xbox One's development, the company wanted its own Uncharted. Furthermore, the game's nickname Project Ranger was being developed by Black Tusk Studios, was known as the Coalition, the studio behind Gears 5. The studio was originally making a Halo game for the Kinect before being approached to make an Uncharted-inspired game. Project Ranger was set to be a mix of Naughty Dog's iconic action gameplay with the espionage elements of Mission Impossible. During development, unpaid students from Savannah College of Art and Design created concepts from the title, including Kinect utilization and unique gadgets. The team hoped that the new IP would be the next big series for Xbox. Furthermore, footage was shown at the Xbox E3 Showcase 2013, where we have Indiana Jones now. But it wasn't confirmed as a game yet. Funnily enough, the game's protagonist, Cole, was played by Liam McIntyre, who now voices Wolverine. Oh, okay. McIntyre, I think, maybe. In Insomniac's Marvel Wolverine's game, unfortunately, creative differences between higher-ups and team occurred and the project stalled. Later, Black Tusk Studios was asked to do the next Gears of War with Rod Ferguson and agreed. That led to Project Ranger being abandoned and later canceled. The video game showcases numerous concept art pieces and footage from the title, so we have an idea of what it would have looked like. What do you think about Project Ranger? Let me know what you guys think. Now, next, going over, we see Dragon of Dojima has a door here saying Bloober Team Silent Hill 2 remake website page changed to 2 more platform slots, hinting Xbox Series X and S and Switch 2 versions. Now here's the thing. Sony money this for a year. So my thing is that this is coming around the October release, you know what I mean? During like, you know, the Shocktober, the horror month, and however those things come out, and the news will come out around this time. Yeah, that makes sense. There's no way that they would be limited to that audience. No, I think it will be coming to Xbox, and it will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and Epic Games Store. Because let me tell you something, Bloober said they want to work with Nintendo and put a lot of horror games there. And not only that, they love the result of Chronos, The New Dawn. They like what they've seen on the Switch. Why would they pass up that market? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense to pass that up. They're going to do it. You've already seen what could run on there. It's not something to doubt. I believe this is very plausible. We're going to get to Reddit here and read about it. So yeah, I think this is happening very soon whenever the contract's up. It's a 1-year contract, so whenever they launched it, right? So if we want to go to Silent Hill 2. Oh yeah, let's go to Remake. October 8th, and this pops up 3 days before. So just like with Wukong, the contract is up, right? Guys, this makes 100% complete sense coming to Xbox and Switch 2 or whatever. Let's go to the Reddit post. And Bloober Team's website, Silent Hill 2 Remake page got changed to have 2 more platform slots, hinting at an Xbox Series X, S, and Switch 2 versions of the said game soon to be announced, with potentially the PS5 Pro patch fix. So that was coming from over here. And then I guess Series XS, Epic Game Store. Konami doesn't rock with Switch 2 yet. What are you talking about? Bloober developed this. Konami been working with Nintendo forever with Bomberman. What is Epic Game Store going to get sales-wise compared to Switch 2? Not making any sense. Bro, I bought a PlayStation 5 less than a month ago for this game. Yeah, and they're in Japan too. You're going to get Japanese sales. You guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Can they add Born from a Wish to ports? It'll be like poetic. Will the Switch 2 be up to the task? I'm curious to see how its version fares with this game. Well, look at Chronos The New Dawn. Resident Evil Requiem's running on there. What are we talking about? The game is fine. It'll be okay. Now, we know Unreal Engine 5 sucks, but Ghost of Yotei just gives you a perfect idea of how much better that engine is. Ray tracing 60 frames per second, PS5 only game. Tell me what you can do ray tracing 60 frames per second on an Unreal Engine 5 game on console. It's embarrassing. Has nothing to do with anything else. Now, going back over to this post, I really want Born from a Wish, but I just don't see it happening at this rate. I still have tanks of copium in my room. I can share some with you. Don't worry. That's pretty funny. It's been missing. Being missing is extremely weird because the remake adds more references to it, especially now that you can visit the outside of the location endgame. Honestly, the only explanation I can come up with is that the actress that plays Mario was heavily pregnant during the mocap sessions that could have her doing combat animation. This is kind of funny they're saying some of that. But, you know, just talking about PS5 Pro patch fix and all this other stuff. So we get some ideas here with Silent Hill 2 contract coming up. They're not going to limit it there. They want more profit and more money. Konami's trying to come back on the scenes even more. Remember, Nintendo didn't give out dev kits till later on. So expect that to happen and expect more attempts to be there because everybody's trying to make more money. And you got to make up for the loss of what the Xbox community is not providing now. Since that's not going to be like picking up the weight. So somebody else has to pick that up. And these developers want more profit more than ever. And then Microsoft's going to throw paychecks too on top of that. So this is what we want. I believe that this is definitely going to be announced soon for Xbox and the Switch 2. So let me know what you guys think about that. As far as Uncharted, I think they made the right move. And they went down the right path because it just would have looked pale in comparison and they got the Tomb Raider contract. But would this have been something interesting to see? Maybe they should show us something, but maybe they won't. All right, so let me know what you guys think about this, all right? Peace out. Have a great day. Later.